Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about something we rarely give ourselves permission to embrace. It's a truth that's simple but not easy. Just let them miss you. And I mean really let it happen. When we're so focused on giving and showing up for others, we sometimes forget that there's a powerful gift in stepping back. See, life has a funny way of showing us what really matters when we least expect it. And sometimes the very people you're bending over backward to keep in your life need to see what it's like without you there for a while. Value yourself first. There's a saying that's so true: when you pour into yourself, you overflow. That overflow, that's what the world gets to see, feel, and experience. It's magnetic. So ask yourself, are you filling up your own well? Are you valuing your dreams, your time, your peace? When you take care of yourself, you naturally attract those who respect and appreciate your presence. You become someone who doesn't need constant validation from others because you've built a foundation of self-worth. Absence amplifies appreciation. Now, this isn't about playing games or manipulating anyone's feelings. It's about letting people truly feel the impact you bring into their lives. Sometimes it takes a little distance for people to realize what you've been offering all along. When you're constantly present, showing up no matter what, it's easy for people to overlook the gift you bring. But when you give them space to see, space to reflect, something magical happens. They begin to see your true value and what your presence adds to their lives. Boundaries are love in action. This one's tough. Boundaries, it's a word that makes some people uneasy, but I believe boundaries are the purest form of self-respect. They're not walls, they're reminders of how you want to be loved and valued. Think about it. When you set a boundary, you're saying, this is how I expect to be treated. You're teaching others to honor the space you take up in their lives. You're saying that your time, energy, and love are precious. By letting others miss you, you allow them to see the standards you've set for yourself and your relationships. Stay focused on your path. At the end of the day, this journey is yours. People will come and go, friends, family, colleagues, they'll all have their moments in your life. But the one constant in your journey is you. Your purpose is yours alone. When you stay focused on your own growth and mission, the right people will naturally align with you. You don't need to chase after anyone, and you don't need to force anything. There's a strength in allowing people to miss you, to feel your absence, because it means you're living fully on your path. So today I urge you, step back if you need to. Give yourself the space to grow, to shine, and to be missed. Let them miss you. Let them feel the impact of your presence by experiencing your absence. And know that those who truly see you, those who truly value you, will find their way back to you in time. When we talk about valuing ourselves, it can sound like a simple phrase, almost a cliche. But valuing yourself is a journey, a lifelong commitment to honoring the person you are and the person you're becoming. It's not something you declare once, it's something you live every day through your choices, your actions, and even your silence. Value is about recognizing what you bring to the table, knowing that who you are is enough, just as you are. When you truly see your own worth, you stop overextending yourself to prove it to others. You start to trust that you deserve love and respect, not because you've earned it by doing things for others, but because of the undeniable worth within you. You understand that you are not an afterthought, you're not a backup plan. You are your own priority, and you deserve to be treated that way, not just by others, but by yourself. When you value yourself, you start to pour energy, time, and love into your own growth and well-being. It means choosing to pursue your dreams unapologetically, even if the people around you don't fully understand or support them. It means taking time to recharge, to rest, to heal, and to reflect without feeling guilty. And when you give yourself this gift of self-nurture, the world around you starts to change too. You begin to shine in ways that attract people who appreciate the real you, who don't need you to sacrifice yourself to be valued. The truth is, when you don't place enough value on yourself, you'll keep seeking it from others. And you'll find yourself in a cycle of always needing to prove, to justify, to explain. But when you truly understand your worth, you free yourself from the need for external validation. You give yourself the permission to step away, to let people experience what life is like without your constant presence. This isn't about withdrawing love. It's about demonstrating that your love, your time, your energy, they are treasures, and you don't need to hand them out freely to feel complete. Learning to value yourself means embracing the idea that you are your own best investment. When you pour into yourself your dreams, your health, your happiness, you become whole. You stand in the truth of who you are, and that creates a ripple effect. You don't have to force people to respect you. They can see your value in the way you respect yourself. This kind of self-respect doesn't mean you stop caring for others. It just means that you choose to put your well-being on equal ground. When you stop giving away your time and energy without consideration, you free up space for things that elevate you. You choose relationships that are mutual, that bring you joy, that nourish you instead of draining you. And that's the beautiful irony. When you value yourself, the right people will value you too, not out of necessity, but out of genuine appreciation. So valuing yourself isn't just a mindset, it's a movement. It's a powerful choice to show up for yourself first and trust that in doing so, you'll attract the respect, love, and appreciation you deserve. And if you have to let people miss you for them to see that, then let them miss you. Let them experience what it's like when someone who values themselves, really values themselves, walks away to fill their own cup. Because only when you are full can you overflow and give the world the best of you, rather than what's left of you. Absence has a unique power to open our eyes to what we might otherwise take for granted. It's easy to overlook things, people, or experiences when they're constantly around us, filling our daily lives with their presence and energy. But when they're gone, even if just for a little while, we start to see all the small ways they impacted us, the comfort of their voice, the warmth of their company, the laughter and the shared moments that seemed small but held a world of meaning. Sometimes stepping back is the only way for true appreciation to settle in, for those around us to see and feel what they may have been overlooking. Think about it. When we're always present, always available, we become like the background noise of life, a steady hum that people may only notice when it goes quiet. It's not that people don't care or don't love us. It's just that constant familiarity can sometimes make appreciation go quiet. When we step back, even just a little, it's like giving those around us a moment to really feel our presence through our absence. It's letting them sense what it means not to have us there in every moment, at their beck and call, anticipating their needs or smoothing things over. It's a quiet invitation for them to recognize what we bring into their lives and to realize that these things are not guaranteed, not automatic. Absence has a way of letting others feel their own feelings more intensely. They might notice a space where we once stood, and that space brings clarity. In that silence, people find their thoughts drawn to memories, moments, and experiences shared. They get the opportunity to reflect without the immediate comfort of our presence there. It allows them to see us not as a constant or an expectation, but as a gift. They may realize that the way we showed up for them, the way we loved and supported them, was not something owed, but something freely given. They may finally see the little things we did that they had come to expect without question. And in that realization lies the potential for real, deep appreciation. Taking a step back doesn't mean withholding love or playing games. It's about letting people feel the reality of what they stand to lose if they don't appreciate it. This isn't about creating distance out of frustration or anger, but about allowing people to experience the depth of your impact in their lives. Sometimes people need to see you shining on your own path to remember the light you brought to theirs. By stepping back, you give them the space to reflect, to recognize, and perhaps even to change. When people feel your absence, they often find a new way to value your presence. They might come to understand that the support, the laughter, the comfort, and even the little sacrifices you made were never a given. They might see how much you poured into the relationship, friendship, or connection. And from this place of reflection, they may feel a renewed sense of gratitude and respect. They may realize they miss not just the things you do, but the essence of who you are. So when we allow for absence, we're not only creating space for others to appreciate us more deeply, but also honoring ourselves. We are respecting our own boundaries and worth. We're letting the world know that while we may choose to show up fully, it's also a choice to take a step back if that presence isn't fully valued. When you let people miss you, you allow for genuine appreciation to take root, unforced and real. In that space, both you and those around you can find a new understanding of the importance of presence, of time, and of love that isn't just given but also received. And sometimes that distance can lead to a stronger, more authentic connection built on mutual appreciation and respect. Boundaries are often seen as walls that separate us from others, but in reality, they are the lines that define our self-respect and self-worth. When we talk about boundaries, we're not talking about shutting people out. or creating distance, we're discussing the fundamental principles that allow us to love ourselves and others in healthy, sustainable ways. Establishing boundaries is a profound act of love, both for ourselves and for those we care about. It's about acknowledging that we have needs, desires, and limits, and that honoring those is essential to maintaining healthy relationships. When we set boundaries, we're communicating to ourselves and others that we are worthy of respect. It's an assertion that our time, energy, and emotional resources are valuable and should not be taken for granted. In a world that often pressures us to be constantly available, to say yes to every request, and to prioritize others' needs over our own, creating boundaries is a radical act of self-care. It's a reminder that our needs matter, that we deserve to carve out time for ourselves without guilt or hesitation. This is not just about saying no, it's about saying yes to ourselves, to our well-being, and to our growth. When we draw a line, we are actually inviting others to see and respect our limits. This creates an environment of mutual respect where everyone can thrive. Boundaries help to clarify expectations and foster honest communication. When you establish what is acceptable and what is not, you provide a framework for others to interact with you. This clarity eliminates misunderstandings and sets the stage for deeper, more meaningful connections. You are not only taking care of yourself, you are also giving others a clear understanding of how to engage with you in a way that honors both your needs and theirs. However, establishing boundaries can feel daunting. It often requires confronting the fear of disappointing others or facing potential conflict. But here's the truth: while it may feel uncomfortable at first, setting boundaries ultimately leads to healthier relationships. When we fail to communicate our limits, we may inadvertently create an environment of resentment, burnout, or even conflict. When we're constantly giving without regard to our own needs, we can become depleted, and in that state, our relationships can suffer. By defining our boundaries, we protect our energy and ensure that we can show up as our best selves for those we love. Moreover, when we respect our boundaries, we teach others how to respect them too. We become living examples of self-love and self-respect. When people witness us honoring our boundaries, they learn that it's okay for them to do the same. This encourages a culture of respect, where everyone feels empowered to express their needs and limitations without fear of judgment. It creates an atmosphere where vulnerability and authenticity can flourish, because each person knows their limits will be respected. Setting boundaries also allows us to prioritize relationships that truly nourish us. Not everyone will respond positively to our boundaries, and that's okay. Some may see it as a rejection or may try to push against those limits. But in those moments, we get to see who is genuinely committed to us and who values our well-being. Boundaries help us identify the relationships that uplift us and those that drain us. They serve as a filter for our lives, allowing us to surround ourselves with those who respect our limits and appreciate our presence. In this journey of establishing boundaries, we must also remember that it's a continuous process. Our needs and circumstances change, and our boundaries may need to evolve accordingly. Flexibility is key, as is the understanding that our boundaries may not always be met with immediate understanding or acceptance. But with practice, we can learn to communicate them with love and conviction. We can approach boundary setting as an ongoing dialogue rather than a one-time declaration. Ultimately, boundaries are love in action. They express our commitment to ourselves and to those we care about. They create the space for healthier connections where love can flow freely without the weight of unmet expectations or resentments. By establishing boundaries, we honor our own needs and those of others, paving the way for more meaningful interactions and deeper connections. And in doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a culture where self-love and respect become the foundation for all relationships. Staying focused on your path is one of the most empowering choices you can make in your life. In a world full of distractions, comparisons, and noise, it can be all too easy to lose sight of what truly matters to you. Life presents us with countless opportunities, obligations, and expectations, each vying for our attention. But amid this chaos, there lies a profound truth: your journey is uniquely yours, and staying focused on your path is a commitment to honoring that truth. When you choose to stay focused on your own path, you are making a conscious decision to prioritize your dreams, aspirations, and values over the external pressures and distractions that surround you. This means acknowledging what you want out of life, not what society tells you should want, not what others expect of you, but what resonates with your true self. It's about looking inward and discovering your passions, your purpose, and the goals that set your soul on fire. In a culture that often equates busyness with success, staying focused means recognizing that it's not about how much you do, but how aligned your actions are with your core beliefs and aspirations. The journey of life is filled with twists and turns, and as you navigate your path, it's essential to remember that your direction is determined by your choices, not by the opinions of others. People will have their own expectations, judgments, and ideas about what you should be doing, but their vision is not your reality. When you allow others' opinions to dictate your decisions, you stray from your authentic path, and in doing so, you risk losing sight of who you are and what you truly desire. Staying focused on your path means having the courage to define your own standards of success and fulfillment. It's about carving out a space where you can pursue what makes you come alive, without the fear of judgment or the need for approval. One of the most liberating aspects of staying focused on your path is the freedom it brings. When you choose to embrace your unique journey, you free yourself from the burden of comparison. In today's world, it's all too easy to scroll through social media and feel like everyone else is living a more exciting, more accomplished life. But the truth is, what you see online is often a curated highlight reel, not the full picture. Everyone is on their journey with their struggles and triumphs. By concentrating on your path, you remove the urge to compare your progress to someone else's timeline. You cultivate a sense of gratitude for your own experiences, understanding that every step you take is part of a greater story that only you can tell. Staying focused on your path also involves embracing the notion of resilience. Life will present challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but these are not signs that you are on the wrong path. Instead, they are opportunities for growth and learning. When you encounter obstacles, remind yourself that these moments are part of the journey, shaping you into who you are meant to become. Each challenge you face provides valuable lessons and insights that contribute to your evolution. By maintaining focus, you cultivate a mindset that sees challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to greater wisdom and strength. Moreover, as you walk your path, it's important to surround yourself with people who support and inspire you. The energy of those around you can significantly impact your journey. When you choose to associate with individuals who encourage your growth, who uplift you, and who celebrate your victories, you create a nurturing environment that fuels your focus. Conversely, when you're surrounded by negativity or doubt, it can be challenging to maintain clarity about your direction. By prioritizing relationships that align with your values, you fortify your resolve to stay on your path, empowered by the collective energy of those who share your vision. Staying focused also requires intention and mindfulness. It's essential to carve out time for self-reflection and to regularly check in with yourself about your goals and values. Are you still aligned with what you set out to achieve? Are your daily actions reflecting your long-term vision? Regularly assessing your progress allows you to recalibrate your focus and make necessary adjustments, ensuring you remain true to your path. This practice not only reinforces your commitment to your journey, but also cultivates a deeper connection to yourself and your aspirations. Ultimately, staying focused on your path is about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. It's a commitment to honoring your truth, your passions, and your vision for your life. It's about knowing that you are the architect of your destiny and that each step you take is a testament to your resilience and determination. By focusing on your path, you open yourself to endless possibilities, discovering the beauty in your unique journey and the fulfillment that comes from living authentically. Remember, your path is not a race, it's a sacred journey, and every moment spent focused on your truth brings you closer to the life you're meant to live.